Kirby 64 is a game that isn't really considered difficult. Even if you are going for 100% completion, a lot of the challenges in the game are simply looking for the shards. There are some parts that can be annoying, such as combining an ability and missing, but this can easily be avoided with proper timing and patience. However, despite this game being considered easy, there is still one challenge in the game, which isn't even a self-imposed challenge either, that I would consider a lot more difficult than the rest of the game. Let's say you have an 100% file. Now what? Well, after getting an 100% file, you unlock a boss rush mode called boss battles. Yeah, I'm aware I'm playing in the Japanese version and it doesn't say that. Anyway, this game mode is just as you'd expect. You go on a boss rush taking all the main bosses in the game. Wispy Woods, Pix, Acro, Magman, HR, Miracle Matter, and 02. If you were thinking you could simply defeat Wispy and Pix and then eat one of the torpedoes that Acro spits out, well, nothing will happen. That's right, no abilities work at all in this game mode either. You are forced to beat the bosses and I don't think this is the right word, but intended way. I don't think it is intended because the main gimmick of Kirby is using abilities, but you know what I mean. Anyway, this in itself can make things a lot more challenging. You need to wait for the objects that the boss gives in order to deal damage. And lastly, there is no way to heal yourself. The 6 eggs in the bottom are all you have for your health, so use it wisely. When I play this game, I normally play on Wii Virtual Console since the loading times are much quicker, but I was too lazy to swap my cables, and ironically, the N64 recording quality is better for me since I have an S-Video cable. I only have a composite cable for my Wii, so yeah, I ended up playing on my Japanese N64 copy and went on my way. Also, do S-Video cables even exist for Wii? Oh, they do, alright. First attempt. Yeah, I'm not continuing this. This happened because I was accidentally using my Hori rather than my regular OEM controller. This game is one of those exceptions for me where I can simply not use the Hori because the D-pad size and placement is... yeah. Second attempt. Wispy. Easy. RNG can make this battle very long and unfortunately I wasn't getting the best luck here. Pix. Easy. The auto-scroller here is very annoying though. I think it takes like a minute to get through it. Also, this RNG pattern is lame. Acro. Easy, but it is very easy to miss a hit. And after Acro, I feel things start to get difficult. Magman, this boss can be annoying. I took a really dumb hit here because of the falling rocks, but got through and went on to HR. HR is annoying because of the falling rockets, which caused me to take another hit, but I eventually got through. I have a lot of experience battling Miracle Matter, so it wasn't too challenging, but this hit I took was very stupid. And lastly, 02. This boss isn't too difficult honestly, so I didn't take a hit, and yep, I beat the boss rush. But we can do better than this. Yeah, there is a bigger challenge in this game than simply beating the boss rush. I call it beating the boss rush without taking a hit, and you get this awesome screen that says perfect. Going for the screen can make the boss rush a lot harder, because it is easier to take a hit than you may think. Let's look at the 3 hits I took on my last attempt. The first is on Magman, and the reason as to why I jumped underneath the rocks was because there is a mechanic in the game where you can do that and avoid a hit, but I was too far from the center. The hit I ended up taking on HR was because of the flying rockets. I was not sure how to avoid this. And lastly, the Miracle Matter hit was just a stupid mistake. These mistakes can happen very quick, and once they do, you need to restart the entire boss rush if you want to get that cool screen. Let's take a look at some more hits from me attempting to go for perfect. A Gordo, simply being careless on Pix. Another easily avoidable Miracle Matter hit, literally the exact same mistake in my first attempt. Not jumping high enough on HR, and yet another rocket hit. These are only a few of the mistakes I made. I feel as if these things just happen when you really want to achieve the perfect screen and you start to get nervous towards the end. Later on, I ended up having a really good attempt that made it all the way to 02 with perfect health. I also found out you can avoid the rocket hits on HR by flying up and staying in a certain spot as they're thrown, and then going back down after the explosion to spit them out. I was trying really hard not to take a hit in 02, so my hands started getting very tired from mashing. I took a quick break to drink water and I accidentally left instead of pressing continue. I really hated myself at this point. It took roughly 17 minutes to get there and I completely wasted the opportunity I had. I couldn't do anything else but start over again, which I did. I got decent Wispy RNG, pretty good Pix RNG, played Acro well, used double stars to my advantage during the Magman fight, which I've never done before, played HR very safe, not even inhaling the rockets because I didn't want to risk it, did a really safe Miracle Matter which I played pretty well, and I was at 02 once again with perfect health. Just like my last attempt, this took a very long time because I was trying a bit too hard to avoid hits at all costs. It took way too long, but eventually the fight came to an end and I did it. There's the perfect screen. This was very tedious to complete, and now if you are wondering what I earned from this besides being able to say I did it, the answer is nothing.